Hey everyone, Matt here with another Who Are They Real review, and today I am joined by the one and only Nick Molbach as we are here to talk to you about the first episode of Marvel's latest show, Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Your dog's about to attack, but very excited to be here. Very excited to have seen the episode. It definitely was interesting. It was a lot more cinematic than WandaVision. I think that a lot of people who are going into this show and this series are going to feel something very different than they did with WandaVision. But I don't entirely think that that's a bad thing. Quite frankly, I thoroughly enjoyed this show. You know, this show to me is going to feel like one of those. I hate to compare it to like an NCIS because it's dealing with a lot of different subject matter, but I mean it in the way that it's just going to feel more like a drama series than it is going to feel like a Marvel movie. Everything's going to have its own feeling to it and such, where this definitely is going to feel more like the traditional MCU type thing. But even so, it didn't entirely feel like, we're getting so far, this first episode felt like we're getting a character piece on two very different characters.
Yes, and that's something I actually wanted to point out. This show, right off the bat, has very solid Captain America Winter Soldier vibes.
Yes, for sure.
Just right out the gate. And if it feels like you've been here before, it's familiar, like, okay, let's rock. But the character, how driving the character portions of it are, whether it's with Sam or with Bucky, it really hits in a way that you don't expect. You're seeing how they're dealing with life post-Avengers, post-Blip, and where their lives are now. Sam's working for the U.S. Air Force. Bucky is he's been pardoned for all of his crimes as a Winter Soldier and is dealing with how to handle what he's done with in his past. And ultimately, I think that made for a very interesting character piece. I know some people, this is a minor spoiler, they don't meet up at the end of the episode. Some people may be upset with that, considering this is only a 6-episode series. So we're only going to have 5 more episodes after this. Mm-hmm. But ultimately, how they set each of these characters up and how they set everything up in this episode is key.
Yeah, don't disagree there. I mean, and I'm kind of okay with this. It's not like it's not like it's Falcon versus Winter Soldier. It's not like it's Falcon with Winter Soldier. It's Falcon and Winter Soldier. So it's not like we necessarily need these characters to be with each other constantly all the time. I mean, this could be an entire show where they cross paths only a few times. Now, clearly that's not going to happen. That's what the show is they're teaming up together, and I'm excited. You know, this show, or this first episode, got me excited for, that first moment when they meet again. It's alluded to that the only other person that Bucky really has contact with, though he is ignoring him, is Falcon. I mean, that's not a spoiler. That's just that's a mainstay of this show is going to be that obviously Bucky doesn't have a lot of people, and the only person that he has is his one connection to Steve.
Yeah.
Now I think that we're going to meet a few other people as time goes on, but it's like this. Yeah, I feel as though this is going to. First of all, this is going to. I kind of got the vibe that this is the Falcon show as opposed to the Winter Soldier show.
Yes, and I think that's why it's the Falcon and the
correct.
Winter Soldier.
And I enjoy that thoroughly because this is a minor side tangent for just a little bit. My grandparent or my father growing up had those like
Migos.
Yes. And one of them was Falcon, loved playing with it, and my grandmother had one of those like big books that on the side of it is the buttons you press and it's a sound effect when you're reading it type books of the Avengers, and Falcon was always one of the coolest people in that to me, even if it was him in his like cartoony old costume which
we get a very modern update of in this show.
We do, but I'm saying like this is like you would imagine he has magic powers to be able to fly in order to use this suit.
Yeah.
Uh, so for Falcon to be and for it to be even just as I mean, so far it's very well written, I'll say. You feel for these characters and such, and there's going to be certain topics within the show. I have a feeling that they're going to expand upon that are incredibly important in today's society, and something that we haven't entirely explored in the MCU. It's going to feel a lot more real, and that's just kind of a vibe in general for this show. This isn't one of those a WandaVision. This isn't a Doctor Strange. This isn't this is going to feel like it's the most realistic thing that we could have in real life, I guess.
Yeah.
Two guys. Now Bucky's obviously a bit supercharged and has this checkered past, but at the same time, it's like, who knows? Technology at some point could let us have this Falcon type suit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's where I sense this realism. I don't think a guy's going to be, people walk around with prosthetics, but I don't think people are going to be walking around with metal arms like Winter Soldier, but you get what I mean.
Yeah. No, I would agree with you there. And the thing that, and let's just flat out say it, this show's going to deal with race, and that might piss a lot of people off. And the end sets that, the beginning and the end kind of set that up. And it's going to be really interesting to see how it tackles this subject, because the way it does it, you're just like, wow, I can't believe they did that. Even though we knew going into it, this storyline was going to be a part of it. You still just, how it's initiated, you're just like, I can't believe they actually did that.
And it's, if you can't handle it, then seriously, I mean, like, this type of a story needs to be told, because I honestly do think that Falcon, growing up, Falcon was such an important character. And then eventually in the comic books, or to me, it was such an important character. He always kind of felt like that side piece in the Avengers, where Hawkeye kind of fills it in right now. At the same time, though,
he's not,
as I grow up, he's become Captain America.
I think almost the entire first run of him as Captain America. That's part of the reason why I was so looking forward to the show.
And it's just like, you know what I mean? It's just like, times change with these characters, and they develop and they continue to grow. And it's just something that I definitely want to see out of Anthony Mackie and the Falcon character in general. He is that, like, Marvel's doing a good job of giving these characters that deserve a spotlight now. We're getting the Black Widow,
where people care about him to the same amount.
Well, exactly. We're getting the Black Widow movie, maybe. They're making a Hawkeye show. They're giving these characters within the MCU a chance to shine, and this is definitely, you know what? Honestly, I think that, like, Falcon could be that guy, for me at least, that comes out on top of all of this, as a person that I want to continue to see moving forward, as opposed to, I'm going to start calling her Scarlet Witch because I'm allowed. Where Scarlet Witch and Vision are already these, like, big prominent characters. I just, I want to continue to see Sam Wilson grow as a character. I want to continue to see Bucky, and this show already is setting that up for me.
Yeah. So we're not going to rate this show out of reels. We're just going to say, check out Falcon and Winter Soldier tomorrow, or if you're watching this after it comes out, go check it out on Disney Plus now. It's definitely worth the watch. We won't be doing weekly updates. We just are just doing this first episode because we had to do it. So if you check this out and you like it, remember, like, subscribe, comment. Please comment, because that helps the algorithm more than a like. Comment and tell us what you think. So
that's learning about YouTube. I love it.
Yes, but yeah. So comment, subscribe, like, all that fun stuff, and we'll see you next time on Who Are They Real Reviews. Have a good one.